Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Welcome back, everyone. We've got Scott Kaul from Brad's Killer Fishing Gear here in the studio. First things first, it's great to see you, man.
Yep, thank you very much.
Last time I saw you, you were heading to ICAST. How was ICAST this year?
Very good, yeah. I think the numbers were down a little bit, but yeah, solid meetings, relationships, and all that was good.
Yeah.
Did a little bit of travel through the Caribbean.
Oh, geez.
Talking about, manufacturers and things like that.
Sure.
So if you're going to go all that way,
Might as
do
well
it once.
Just keep it up, keep going, right?
Right.
And then you were up in Alaska with Justin Wolf from Angler West.
Yes, we did an Angler West up there. Oh, there you go. There's a yellow eye right there.
Oh, beautiful.
Boy, those are... So you can keep one this year, and apparently, owning that fish, they say, is about 80 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, amazing. And I guess there's little ear bones that you can actually cut out and count, kind of like rings on a tree.
Interesting.
And see how old it is.
Okay,
yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
What I would say there is it looks delicious.
I haven't tasted it yet, but we had a fantastic time. Yeah, hooked on Alaska charters. My gosh, Luke Dillard and his girlfriend Gina did a great job. Yeah, there's another one there. Yeah, that
Silver,
Hot Pants was doing really well. Yeah, some nice silvers there.
No, you actually mentioned that when you came in, that this guy right here, and that's called, again, Hot Pants. Hot Pants.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'd love to just sit in on the meetings where they're like, let's come up with some names, guys. Hot Pants. But that is a really interesting color. It's a little bit of bronze, some black in there, and then pink spots.
Yep. Copper, purple, pink, and orange tail.
All right.
And
so
some spots on the back, too.
You got a lot going. You got a lot going on there. I will say that these guys right here, the Skinny Minis. Now we were lucky enough to kind of when you first got them out.
Yeah.
Here on GPS to kind of expose that. We talked about different ways that you can set them up, and you actually have one here that became a little bit of a topic with a single hook. Is there a way that you prefer to run it? Because you've got on this fishing leaderboard that you've got, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 or 4 different ways that you've got them rigged.
Yeah, 4 or 5, maybe even 6. Yeah.
Well, why is that? When you can literally do anything that you want with your own baits, but you've got so many different riggings. Why do you do that?
Right. Great question. We're always experimenting, seeing what's best. And then it also depends on the fishery, right? So if I could fish trebles, I'm going to fish trebles.
Okay.
If I'm in a catch and release fishery, I'm going to go more to a single sidewash type. And the one with a bead chain like this setup here, I don't know if we can see that on the overhead, but
there we go.
Yeah, single sidewash like that that is been working really well. And then you'll see just within this one itself, there's 2 different riggings here. So I can let this fly around, the hook and the bead chain fly around as it goes, or I can put the rubber band on it and keep it tight.
Oh.
2 different ways to do
okay,
that.
that's interesting. So that's the band that would have been, the Skinny Mini no longer has the rubber band back there.
Correct.
You can pop them on and off, but you can still use that band if you want. And pop it on. Okay, so
just
they would
slide
keep
it over the hook.
Does that change the rotation on it? Does that change?
Yeah, it all changes the movement. And, you've heard me say 1,000 times, I'm always experimenting with different things. I'll have a bucket and I'll rig a dozen, 15 up and just let the fish tell me what they want. Interesting.
Now, I know that you've been all over the place. You haven't been down to buoy 10 yet. The reports that I've been getting is either the mini cut plug, the new Skinny Mini have been very effective already. And one of the cool parts about these, and I think we may have talked about it before, is that you can change these out to different color combos. Is there such a thing as the perfect combo? Or is it more or less what makes you feel good before you actually put it out there?
Does your wife have the perfect meal? Does she have the perfect gift?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Don't ever tell your wife what she wants for a meal or a gift. Just let the fish tell you.
All right,
so I just keep putting different ththings out and let them tell me what they want. Then I've got data to adjust with, right?
Okay.
If you just keep putting the same thing out, I caught a 50-pounder on this 40 years ago, and damn it, you're going to eat it. And I'm sorry, darn it, you're going to eat it, and you just keep putting it out.
Yeah.
You're not letting the fish really tell you what they want. And when I tell my wife what she wants, it doesn't go over very well. So
don't force it.
Kind of the same thing with fish. Just let them tell you, and then start adjusting from there. Size, color, rigging. We're talking about, you know, hook size, because different hooks can change the action. Leader length, right? Bunch of different things in there.
What about, this is a question that we get every so often, but also leader size. When you're talking 25, 30, 40, 50 pound, does that change things up? And is there a time where you might go, yeah, we really want to have a heavier leader than, say, a lighter leader?
Yeah, you bet. A lighter leader generally can be a little whippier. Heavier leader gives it more consistent whip. And I also like, you know, last year down at Buoy 10, there were a lot of people being busted off on 50 pound.
Really?
Yeah.
They were breaking them off?
Yeah.
Because of big?
The size of the fish.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, and drags, right? People generally have their drag pretty tight down there because of sea lions, and we got a bigger strain of fish last year than we've had in a lot of years.
And it sounds like that's happening again this year. There's been a lot of
what
big
I
fish
hear. It's sounding pretty good.
Yeah, I still can't get anything out of a teener, but at the very least, I know they're out there somewhere.
Yeah, because you see some pictures here and there, and here's some stories, and hopefully Kelly Painter's got a story for us today. So.
Yeah, that'll be interesting, because I know he's down there fishing nothing but Brad's baits this morning. So for folks that are out there and they want to go over to Fisherman's, the Skinny Mini, the original size of the super bait, how has that been going for you? What have you, because I know that you watch this stuff very, very closely. For sales side of things, are more people buying the Skinny Minis right now? Is it a 50-50?
So yeah, the Skinny Mini right now has been, by far the best seller.
Interesting.
Not only is it a new product, but, you know, it's been re-engineered, and just the size puts it in a category where, so, you know, we've got kokanee all the way up to large salmon. I took it down to ICAST. We fished Tampa Bay with it and caught 9 different saltwater species on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be really cool. Any tarpon?
No tarpon. No.
Okay.
No. They're around, but no, we didn't get into any tarpon. So, yeah, just the fact that it is more versatile because of the size.
Okay, now I have to ask, because I've had a chance to fish in Florida a couple of times.
Yeah.
The guide that you were with, I'm assuming it was a guide, was his mind blown a little bit on what you were asking him to fish with?
He's a Northwest guy.
Okay, so he was aware.
Yeah, yep. And we actually fished some cut plugs too, weighted, casted, and retrieved, and it was a lot of fun.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so now maybe a new market for Brad's down in Florida. That would be very interesting.
It was exciting. It was a lot of different species. It was a lot of fun.
Well, we don't have that many species here, but these still catch kokanee, though, on these guys. It kind of makes sense, because it's just an attractor, right?
Exactly. They're not hitting that, right? They're hitting the corn that's on the hook.
Right.
So that's just an attractor. So quite often, you know, we have the kokanee cut plugs that we could fish for kokanee, and but oftentimes I'll fish a mini cut plug for kokanee.
Okay.
And I'll find that I generally catch larger fish on the mini cut plug. Maybe not as many, but generally larger fish. And again, it's just another attractor. So they're coming in, they're looking at that, but they're really going after the corn on the hook, right?
So I've got 3 rods that are rigged up in my boat right now. All 3 of them have different baits on them, one of which is the kokanee cut plug for full-size fall Chinook behind a 360.
Don't overlook it. Yep.
I will say that it just looks so good in the water. The way that it bounces around, and I do have it on 25 pound instead of 40.
Yeah.
I don't know if I needed to, but at the very least, it does have a very interesting look back there behind a full-size Evolution flasher that is really moving around. And I will say, my bites this year so far have all come on 25 inches or less for the leader. Doesn't matter what bait's
been hearing the same thing in the ocean.
Which is really
shorter. Yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
The vast majority of people, when they put on a super bait or a cut plug, they are running generally in that 30 range or longer of a leader. So it's interesting to see how that's kind of shortened up like we would do with just a regular spinner. Anyway, we got to cut to a break. When we come back, we're going to have our Chevy Silverado Tech Tip of the Week. First thing we're going to cover is a question from one of our viewers about alternative rigging methods for the Evolution flasher. We'll have that in just a couple minutes.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by Chevy Silverado and the impressive Turbo Max engine. Flex your muscle with the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. Official truck of Outdoor GPS.